find things that describe us as people for stream tags, while also making sure we're actually live. Because I'm never 100% sure. Why do so many people have to name themselves Kitty something or other? Oh, don't do that.
Don't what?
Nah. You make a box yet?
Yeah, I did. I don't know what's not showing up really.
I can't see it. Oh, I forgot to do those. There we go. Had to F11 it so people don't see.
I see.
Oh. Yeah, never mind. I was going to say your box is smaller than the screen. Well, that's always how it is.
Yeah.
I want to. What's some good tags? Role play,
No.
improv, dice. Oh, I like dice. One-shot adventure, love it. Cooperative.
No. Is there anything about like creation?
I was looking for creation design. There's ballroom dance, which is close. Brick building, campaign planning. I'll give them that. I've never searched these myself, so I don't think it's really that it doesn't matter that much. But it is nice starting by hitting random buttons. Easy mode, educational. I'll take off improv. Are we educational? I don't think we are. I was hoping to find one that's like we're trying original work. Let's do original work. There we go. That's fine. Okay.
You know, your tweet makes it sound like we're starting in 3 hours.
It doesn't. Let's.
Yeah.
Let me edit my tweet. Cause
you can't edit tweets, huh?
I can edit my tweet if I want to. It's called deleting it and doing it again and pretending I never made a mistake. Delete tweet. Delete it. I will now tweet good.
Let me know when you do.
I did. I just deleted the 3 hour thing, and that makes sense kind of now. Okay. I think we're all set to start. Is there anything?
Well, you don't. Now you don't have a link.
How do I not have a link? That seems impossible. Do. I'm not gonna make a third time's charm joke. It is fine. What I am gonna find is we need the Google Docs for our ideas. That is the last piece of the puzzle. We have the one open for us to write on. I need. Okay, what's guest list? No, not that. That's. Do you remember what we called it? Did you make that by chance?
What?
Our running list of ideas. I don't remember where we put it. Because do you remember where that was by chance?
Nope, I can find it. Twitch.tv/Kitty Crusade.
What are you looking for? Huh?
Oh, I was just typing.
You just typed. All right.
Okay. I'll find it and I'll link it to you in a second.
Okay. I'm drawing good shapes. I actually hate that
You
shit.
shared something today.
That is just the page, this basic page I wanted to work off of.
Gotcha. Wow, it was called Running Ideas, and then there's also like a spreadsheet running idea list.
The spreadsheet is the one I'm looking for.
Okay, I'll link both of them to you.
Because running ideas is what we ended up turning into our actual idea. We did not.
Oh, that's right. We definitely did do that, didn't we?
Yeah.
It says that you're currently on it. So I don't know why you can't find it. Yeah.
Please link it to me.
I'm linking it to you.
What do you link it to me through?
Facebook.
Facebook.
There you go.
Because yeah, that's. I don't think I am. Would be all I could say.
That's what it said you were, though.
You linked me a list of who we're inviting to our wedding.
What?
Yes, that is what you've linked me. It probably will not help us that much.
How did I do that? That's weird.
So.
Okay, well, here's the actual link. I don't know. I swear to God that I linked to the right thing. This is not me saying that we didn't work on the guest list. But speaking of, I got a couple people we're going to cross out.
I have a few to add, so that's fine. I forgot about a few of my friends.
Well, that's not nice to say to them. Good thing they won't know.
Forgettable
people. Good thing
people.
they're not listening because they're not our friends.
You gotta think about it. If I forgot about them and then have remembered them since, it means I've hung out with them. So they gotta be actually good friends.
Okay.
I don't know if that actually does that logic run. I'm so worried to hit F11 on the wrong thing.
Yeah, we put our wedding guest list above up there with people's first, last names, addresses, and social security numbers.
I wouldn't mind that as much as
Okay. All right.
All right. Do you want to start with?
What did you draw? What is this?
What did I draw?
This thing?
That is Cupid's arrow. But I think we should start with.
That's not Cupid's arrow.
That's Cupid's arrow. What do we think? Having spent a week thinking about it, about our game we came out last week, the Let's Be Grandma. Oh me oh my, it's grandma time. 1-page RPG.
I am very happy with it. I'm just happy that I made a grandma game. We probably just should have said that it's a lasers and feelings hack.
Yeah, I mean it's basically, it's close to that.
It's pretty close to that. But I really enjoyed it, and
I'll just say, the thing is, that makes me feel like if we were to have said that, it would be like we have to, anytime we use a mechanic that has been seen somewhere else, it's
no,
a
I
hack.
understand. I get that. That's fine.
You know, using clear cards doesn't make your game a Gloomhaven hack. I think what it does is it's homage. But homage.
Can you stop drawing that? That's very creepy.
No, this is what the new game is. This man.
It's like a virus with an eye. Okay, now it's not a virus anymore.
And this guy is called Yugi.
No.
Bro.
No.
This is the Yugi bro.
No.
That's the Millennium Eye. So, no, I agree. Worked well. It did. The over under is a very simple mechanic that we could abuse and use in every game we ever make, which I plan on using and abusing quite often.
Yeah.
But do you think anything didn't work about the game, or anything you would want to change up?
If I were to change something, I would make sure that we go, and we should probably do this anyway. Can you stop?
No, I'm gonna keep
so
trying.
Creepy. I hate it. I would make sure that we go back and explain that the thing that I always succeed at, the thing that I always fail at, that's like an actual mechanic That is a thing. Come here. You have a...
fuzz in my hair?
No, it's just a really long straight hair that you have for some reason.
Well, that's mine. Don't touch that.
I know it belongs to you.
It's mine.
Yeah, what about you? What would you do?
Let me think. So I like the mechanic, basically. What I think we might have wanted to have done is very simple. Is we rolled a d6 and then a d6 to make children.
Yeah.
So you could have up to 36 children, and that's how many hard candies you got, 4 chances. If we're making a one-shot easy game, why didn't we use a d4?
Yeah.
I made that decision, and that was my bad choice. But like you do, see, I just rolled a 4 and a d4, and then another 4, 7, 8. I mean 10. So I just had 10 grandchildren. That's more reasonable.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like there are way too many chances that you can. Like that's a lot. Maybe you can do.
That would be something to go back and edit.
Yeah, we should probably do that.
It's Mark II. That's way too many kids. That's the expansion is no nanny has that many kids. That's what it's called.
But how many uncles do you have? Aunts and uncles?
Well, all right, so that's not fair because I have
totally
a big fan.
Fair. That's very fair.
My father was the 7th child.
Okay, so how many grandkids are there
for my family?
Yes.
Do great grandkids count?
We're just doing straight up grandkids. Your grandparents, how many grandkids do they have? Your paternal grandparents.
I think 11.
Yeah, that's a hell of a lot.
But
do you know how many grandkids that my grandparents have?
How many? Like
so
7?
many grandchildren. You can look up my grandpa's obituary here.
No, I don't look at it. I don't want to look up your grandparents' obituary. That's not relevant, really, because you can just give me a number. But
I don't know how many, because I don't know all of
I'll bet
cousins.
you any amount it's less than 36.
I kind of want to take that bet.
Attila the Hun is like running 36.
Attila the Hun is not running 36. Are you thinking Genghis Khan, though? Isn't he the person?
Well, no, Genghis Khan has like 6,000. Attila the Hun.
Attila the Hun didn't bang as much, is what you're saying?
Yeah, like he's no Genghis Khan. Alright, I
honestly don't know who's the person who's supposed to be like genetically related to everybody.
Genghis Khan. Okay. Can we do? It sounds weird. A dress up game. This is how I'm getting you on board.
I'm
where you would try to make yourself so irresistible you get the most progeny.
But fashion doesn't have to be about sex.
It can be, though.
It can be, but is not.
All right, what about, like, that's one route you can take, but the other route you take is, like, I'm going to do some book learning. I can hear Baldur drinking.
I can hear him drinking.
He's drinking so loud downstairs.
He's a very loud drinker. Baldur's our dog.
He is 100 feet away, and I can still hear him drinking.
Yeah.
All right, so that table that idea. Shelf that idea.
Shelf that idea.
It's a bad one.
I think it's also table. I think you can say that. Can we go back to our, open up our running ideas list?
All right.
Because I'm looking at some of these fucking winners from last week. We have Schrodinger's grandma. And don't look at my grandma.
I forgot.
Don't look at I don't remember coming up with this idea.
Don't look at my grandma is a top tier idea, and I think we're gonna go back to that for sure.
Too many grandmas.
Too many grandmas.
And do wake leather daddy.
Do wake leather daddy will definitely happen. Yeah. Mousetrap, but it's Lucky Number 11 themed. I've since last week made you watch that movie.
Yes, and I enjoyed it.
So what I'm saying is this could be a good road trip idea. Is you're putting together the pieces of an elaborate murder where you're trying to hide pieces. So it's like, well, I'm going to kidnap the butler and dress up like him so that when we open the door, the cop can be pushed away, and it's just and you're trying to pull off a crime. It's Ocean
Okay.
11, the cooperative storytelling game.
But in Ocean's 11, they don't murder a person.
Because George Clooney is a coward.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not ambitious enough.
Yeah,
he could have done the perfectest crime.
The best crime he could have done was, when they black out the boxing match and everyone freaks out.
I don't think I've ever seen an Ocean's 11 to completion.
Same, but what they could have done instead, bang, killed him. They kill everyone.
Just murder them.
Just blew up a city block and stole the money on the side.
Yeah, but if you blow up a city block, you also blow up all the poker chips. What were they stealing?
I've
the chandelier.
I watched the part of the movie where they explain the crime, because that's the only good part of any of those movies.
That's the only part that matters. That's the crux.
And that's the part of a game. See, the part of a heist movie where you explain the crime. That's a good game. I'm ready for that game.
Yeah.
What was Race 2? The sequel to Racing?
Yeah, it's when you have Hot Wheels, but you also make a game with more rules. Kind of like Bionicle is just Legos with rules.
Is that what we were doing?
And LARPing is just Barbie with rules.
Somehow I remember Race 2 being something different, but I don't remember. Battle Drawing, yeah, it's whatever. Tombstone still, that's just a Western game.
Yeah.
Don't like my grand. So, are there any of these we should cut out?
No, they're all beautiful babies.
I think the Whoopi Goldberg machine is too close to Mousetrap, but it's Lucky Number 11 themed.
I don't want to kill any.
I want to kill my darlings.
These are little embryos.
Occam's Racer, simple words game.
Yeah.
That's
I like that one.
That's a good one. I will go back to.
It had nothing to do with racing though.
It's Occam's Racer though. He races. Oh yeah, I can't erase your stuff, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's last week's game.
Yeah.
Next, I know our goal was originally to make a road trip game.
Yes.
So first, I think, what things can you do in a road trip game you can't do in real life?
What do you mean? Things you can't do?
My general idea is that if you die in a car, you die in real life.
Yes. Well, okay. Why don't we talk about like the goal of a road trip game? Like, this is a game that you would be able to play while you're on a road trip. It's not a game about going on a road trip.
Oh yeah, that's a great distinction, because those are two entirely different games.
Yes, those are very different. So if you are in a car, you can't roll dice. You don't have a flat surface.
I mean, one person could roll die, but actually, yeah, there's no flat surface. You can't.
Yeah, you can't roll die, and even if you do, like half the time, unless you have a dice tray, your dice are gonna go all over the car. Have you you can't eat a French fry on a road trip without that French fry going in the crack of a seat. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah,
so you don't want to spend half your road trip looking for your D4.
You can't have parts, basically.
Right. You can't have parts. You can't, the driver can't read or be overly distracted. Yeah,
they can only really do talking.
Yeah.
And
you can't do it for the whole time. It can't be for the whole time you're on the road trip, you're also playing this game. You have to have it on background, so to speak.
I would have a difference in opinion for that. Not that you can't do it the whole time. Something where you have to be able to break off of is if something comes up, you need to be able to talk about that. And it can't be we're so involved in this at all times that we can't take a break because you have to do stuff while driving. Instead,
and also people fall asleep, or people want to do something slightly different for a minute, because doing anything for a long period of time on a road trip, unless you were specifically going on this road trip to trap your friends into playing an RPG with you, it's just
good idea. I'm for it.
I mean, I'm for it too, but I'm also a proselytizer of RPGs.
That's illegal, so don't tell anyone that.
I see what you did.
That's a pretty good one.
Okay, that was a good joke. I like that.
So yeah, no dice, which makes a hard game,
Yeah.
and also no any other tools really. I did like the idea, the general idea that you can use not only whoops uh signs.
Okay, so I'm gonna write these things down. You can use signs.
You can use signs. You can use the radio. You can use mile markers. You could use gas stations as points of data for the game.
You can use other cars like license plates.
Well,
and
the
names
thing,
of other cars.
they're all gonna be in other cars. Oh, but personalized license plates.
The odometer.
That could
an
be
NPC.
Yeah, that's an NPC. Who'd we see earlier? We saw a mountain biker.
Yeah.
Oh, like that's the villain. He's a bad man.
Yeah. What else can you do? I'm not farting. By the way, I know that's what someone who is farting would say, but it's the leather of this. It's the leather of this chair.
That's a plastic chair, so weird.
Oh God! Oh no! You can't tell them I was farting. Yeah. Let's come up with because I don't think we necessarily have a set flavor. We definitely don't have any mechanics in mind for this, but I think kind of brainstorming the tools that you can use, because we know you can't use dice, and you can't do anything where the driver has to read. And it also really can't be something that you prepare ahead of time, because then your friends beat you up and call you a nerd. So it has to be mostly improv. It can't be we're gonna design this.
It has to be stuff that the cool guys from Final Fantasy 15 would want to play.
I've never played Final Fantasy 15.
Well, it's a road trip game. It's where you just take a road trip with your boys and kill monsters.
Okay. Okay, so you signs, radio, mile markers, gas stations, other cars, odometers, vanity plates. What else can you see or do on a road trip that we could use in our mechanics?
Where you stop to eat like that.
Yeah, okay.
The thing is,
food, even what you eat, I guess. Food, bathroom breaks.
We could. I think we could come up with things you could use for a game road trip wise for a while, but we're just talking about in basic terms, RPG that you're doing as cooperative storytelling.
Yeah.
It seems to be the gist. And is that what we're is it possible to go for it?
It's gonna have to be.
You can't really do combat otherwise, right?
Stop. Why don't you make a big box?
I'm making a car so that people know we're talking about cars.
Okay.
That's
the worst car.
It's the car Kirby drives.
So it has to be cooperative.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a GM, or is it all just
here? I
people?
think you go by the actual rules of a car, which is there is no GM, but
the driver makes the decisions.
The driver, at any point of tension, the driver is the arbiter.
Okay.
I think.
Yep. Yeah. So the driver's the arbiter. I like that. They're the driver. They're in the driver's seat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just maybe does this look a lot like Kirby?
No.
But blue and with a beauty mark on his head.
No.
This is a abstract art Krillin. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of it. Anyhow.
No.
The driver is the arbiter.
The driver's the arbiter. Yes, okay. The driver's the arbiter.
And I don't like games where there's no point of tension at all.
Of course, you have to have some tension. Otherwise, it's just like you're chatting with your buddies, which is fine.
Yeah, but you can just already do that. And I don't want it necessarily all we're telling a story about how we won the West. But I would we're gonna do a Seven Samurai, because that's always good in everything I've ever seen, is let's get a group of people with special skills to solve a problem.
Okay.
Or do we do Mad Max? Mad Max themed would be good for a road trip.
Only for that one.
For that one what? Every Mad Max is road trip themed.
One of them is like a playground theme.
The Thunderdome?
It's definitely a playground. You know that's a playground.
Master Blaster is not just the big kid on the playground.
Yes.
He kind of is.
He's the big kid and the little kid on the playground. Yeah.
Do you know the first Mad Max was just in Australia?
Yeah.
They're
all set in Australia.
Okay, yeah, but the first one's just normal Australia, basically.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And there's just mean bikers. And then the next one has the Thunderdome. What the fuck happened between those two movies? And that's where the game happens.
Okay, I don't... No.
Mad Max 1.5.
No.
Okay.
We had talked about this briefly.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the idea of it being like an intrigue kind of thing. And I like the idea of every passenger in the car maybe having a secret or something.
I think definitely hidden... What's it called? Hidden knowledge is key to games that are like Werewolf. You can't close your eyes in a car, of course, but something like that.
You can.
So Gage used to play this game where he'd see how long he could drive with his eyes closed, and he'd just make you hold the steering wheel, and then he'd accelerate, and he was trying to break his own score, which was like 14 seconds.
That's wild.
Gage,
how did you not die?
Gage scared me a lot. That dude was...
You have some...
He was
I guess you do what you can in Vermont to
have fun.
Yeah. Like, you have fun or die trying. Because that's Vermont's actual motto. That's their state motto.
It's mostly die trying. Yeah, so let's not do that. That wasn't that much fun.
No. But I like the idea. Okay, there's intrigue. People have...
Some kind...
Like, they have maybe hidden knowledge or different...
Can there be snack-based bartering?
No.
Okay, so I'm just throwing it in there.
No, I would never play a game where there's any smacking involved.
Snack.
I heard smack, and I was like, why would there be smack-based bartering? Smacks are a renewable resource.
No, like you know you're about to play
Snacks.
some noir road trip game, and you're like, dude, I'm gonna bring cashews. They're all gonna want to deal with me and tell me their secrets.
I don't mind that, actually. I think that could be fun.
I don't think that should be necessarily a straight up mechanic. That's like advanced play. Is you stop at a gas station and you buy some Slim Jims because you're like, I need to get the knowledge from these boys.
Yeah.
Or you buy some spicy Slim Jims and you're like, hey, if you don't tell me what's up, I'm gonna open this Slim Jim. Because those things smell really bad.
They do. But here's the problem. Because in a car, you can't really tell secrets. You would have to do, like, all of your secret exchanging when you're outside of the car. Like, when you are on your stops. Because you can't just, like, lean over and whisper. You know, you're in a confined space.
That is the perfect time to do secrets. Is like...
Yeah.
We just both want coffee. It's like, hey, only one of you came back with coffee. We weren't telling secrets and plotting against you.
I love that. Okay, yes. So...
I drew a motorcycle.
I see that. That's very good. You did a good job.
Dude, I wish I could draw, man.
Me too.
But, okay, so that... We have some mechanics in place, though.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm not seeing is, where's the game?
Yeah, we definitely don't have a game.
I don't have any beef. Oh, that just moves everything. That's bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, no beef yet.
No beef.
Can we...
Except for that in that Slim Jim.
Yeah. Can we make reoccurring metaphors for the parts of games where the real game is the beef?
Uh-huh.
And what we've been discussing so far are the sides. And then there's the spice.
I've lost this metaphor.
Okay, that's fine.
Are you talking about an actual beef-based game?
I'm just saying it, like, all the time. I can be like, okay, so the sides are like gas station intrigue and arbiter driving mechanics. Mm-hmm. But like, what's the spice? That's noir. It's like a noir meta game. And then the beef is what's the actual game? And I don't know what the beef is. I don't have any beef for this game.
Yeah, I don't.
That's the hardest part is what do you do now? Because the one thing I've seen that we could kind of base this off of was the For the Queen. I was telling you a bit about that game.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even say criticism. Like, the thing that doesn't drive me towards that game is I don't see a good source of conflict.
Yeah.
That's just trying to... It's the whole telling stories between the lines of other people.
Yeah.
Which is fine, and I enjoy it at times. But it seems more like a creative exercise and not a game, which is what we want to end with.
Yeah. Okay, let's save this, maybe, for now.
Let's save this drawing thing?
No, can we?
Nah, like, it's saved.
Well,
it's on film.
It's on video. I mean, we can grab it later.
We got
That's not what
9
I'm saying. Let's, like...
Oh, let's shelf it.
Let's table it.
To the shelf. Well, I guess
Okay.
I don't have to write that.
You don't. It's already there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's already there.
It's there. I think... I erased all my stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
do you want me to erase more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's clear the
Okay,
box.
So we are starting...
Oh, that's not thick enough.
Should I have erased that?
Whatever you want to erase.
That's fine.
Should we go straight for and start talking about my very, very Voltron idea?
Yes.
Because I think that is the best idea I've had in a while.
Yeah. So Alex came up with this while he was literally sleeping. We took a nap. I woke him up to tell him something that I thought was gonna be cool, and he's like, I have an idea. Let me think about it. And then he started snoring. And then he woke up and he's like, I've been thinking about this for about an hour. I'm like, you've been sleeping this whole hour. When were you thinking about this? So this came to him in a dream via divine intervention.
I can keep my thoughts going in dreams, and it's just a more productive place to work because the physical body's not slowing me down.
My physical body's kind of slowing me right down because that food we ate today was really rich. No, I have a stomach ache.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
It was too much food.
It was a lot. We ate marrow out of a bone. Straight
out
of it.
But yeah, my dream games, which are very powerful, was the idea of Voltron or Pacific Rim.
Well, it's more of a Voltron because in Voltron, many parts come together to create a whole that is trying to cooperate to a certain goal. Do you want me to write it?
Well, I mean, you're using a pen, so it's probably way better, but I already wrote.
It's definitely better for me to write things.
Yeah. So let's list off some aspects. So the general idea is can you make a cooperative game where basically you and your squad make a Voltron and kill kaijus. And that's basically it. But like there's some cool ideas of if all the people are in a big robot together, you need to work as a team. Yeah. And I see some do you know what QWOP is?
Yeah, I know
QWOP,
what QWOP
the
is.
Benny Fought It very good game.
Yeah.
Where like if the left arm goes straight back while the left leg is going straight forward, you can fall on your ass and it's going to be hard. And I think what we want to do is basically have it balanced in a way where you're trying to all hit the same target at the same time. And I talked about doing that with some kind of dice rolling mechanic. Everyone trying to match rolls. And I think based on difficulty, like the legs running might be a D4, and you can roll multiple D4s and add it up and try to hit the same number as the guy hitting a D20. And I don't know, it's an interesting idea. There's a lot we can kind of see in there. But I think listing off everything.
Yeah. And you definitely have legs as a component. And you could potentially play with 2 different people on the legs. I can't draw, so good luck interpreting any of this. This is the... What are you doing?
Those are both arms at once.
Okay. Here is the chest.
Here's the thing I'm going to go with. I don't think the chest is a person. No one will want to play chest man.
That's true. Everyone's ass man nowadays.
Yeah. All right, so everyone's adding on to the chest, and there's arm men, there's leg men, and there's a head man. And yeah, that's Voltron. That's a Voltron. But what other components are there? Yep.
Weapons that they have.
So I think that's just a choice of the arms.
Yeah.
Or maybe you find better weapons. We can have a random roll table for that.
So we're imagining this is a GM-less game.
Yes. We can. I think. I like the idea. Persistent damage throughout it. We'll have an arbitrary at this moment win status, which is you kill 3 kaiju. Mm-hmm. I like the idea of it being a little hard because people keep saying, why didn't he just swing the big sword in Pacific Rim? And I'd be like, because it's really hard, dude. Like, yeah. Did you see how they had to basically dance in perfect unison? Like, that's rough.
Yeah.
So what I want is low difficulty. Yep, that's Voltron. And everyone's controlling different components, which I like, but to a single goal.
Yeah. So.
What other things do we need to add, though?
Okay. So the mechanic is you're trying to roll as accurately as possible to match the roll of the person who's the head, right?
Yeah, I think the head is.
How did you do that?
Yeah,
you rolled a 3 on a d20 and then a 3 on a d4 to make it look easy. Like, oh yeah, this is gonna work. Obviously,
it's very easy. I'm very good at driving my Voltron. So I think this is. And I don't know. I think based on players is if you're gonna have a dedicated head or not. But I think the head chooses the action kind of.
Yeah.
Which not necessarily that you have to do it. You might not end up where you're planning on going, but say like, all right, we're gonna just try to charge it and punch it, and then they would roll something like I rolled an 18, and the legs are like, okay, we're gonna try to do that. Right leg might roll up and hit an 18, so he's on point.
Okay.
But left leg rolls too high and he gets a 25.
Yeah. He's
messing up. You guys are gonna turn a bit. I think there might be like just a table of like when this body type messes up, this might happen.
Yeah.
And then if they were getting ready for a big powerful punch, that could make it worse if they also threw the giant robot off balance.
Yeah. So would there be like a set list of? I don't think we should use D20. I think like a D10 max.
For what?
For the whole game.
What do you mean for the whole game?
Like, when would you roll a D20 is what I'm asking.
I think the head, or like, say...
Okay.
A punching arm is pretty easy to do, whereas the ion cannon blaster might be a D20 difficulty. Like, it's a more powerful, but it's a harder to use weapon.
So, let's go just through the dice.
Okay.
So, head, D20. Arms?
I mean, is this for punching?
Yeah.
D10.
Okay, D10.
A D12 if they're using a sword, and like...
Okay, legs?
Legs, I think, are D6s.
Okay. So, and then they're trying to match the same number.
Yes.
How are my legs ever going to match, like, if I rolled a 17?
So here's what I was thinking is, you rolled a 17.
Uh-huh.
I have a D6.
Oh, you want to do it, like, blackjack style.
Yeah, the hit me, yeah. You roll, I have a 4, plus 2 is 6, 9, 12. Okay, what am I trying to hit, 17?
17.
I'm at 15.
Yeah.
I think going over then has to be way worse than staying under.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, do I push it? Yes. Oh no, I rolled a 5.
I like that. I like that blackjack kind of betting element to it.
And there'll be times where you're like, no, let's take it easy. We don't want to get out of whack. Or what's it called when a sine wave like messes up? We'll come up with a cool word for it. But like early on, you'll probably be like, yeah, just stay under. It's fine. Yeah. But then like when the kaiju's bitten you're real good and the left arm's dangling basically.
Yeah.
Someone might be like, dude, hit it. We need to get that perfect roll. You go for it.
Okay. I really like that kind of, like I said, I really like that kind of blackjack betting aspect because I love blackjack. And it just really gets, like, I spent hours in Red Dead Redemption just playing blackjack and trying to get that achievement for gambling, which I did in one day.
Yep.
I spent a lot of time that day.
But yeah, I really do like the kind of half gamble, half dice roll idea of it. I think that works well.
Is there going to be, like, a degree of failure?
Yes.
What do you?
I'll just say you want to write that down.
So
add dice, blackjack, just
style
blackjack.
Dice.
Yeah, I think degrees of failure is something we'll probably have to come up near the end, but
that's not how you spell dice.
We
erase that.
We do basically not only I think we have one chart that's a degrees of failure, such as like if you go 1 or 2 over is a failure.
But it's not that bad. I think like if you're under like just a couple, it's a minor success even. Kind of just like blackjack. You don't have to hit a 21 to be successful.
Maybe unless if you don't hit the exact number, the kaiju will have some kind of defense or roll or something.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure. But what I think we do is...
Or maybe that's like a subtraction from the damage you do.
That could work. And it's everyone's. So like if you if you're trying to punch for 6 damage and everyone's 1 under, you're only doing 1 damage, which is nothing against a big powerful kaiju.
Yeah.
But...
If you go over... Are you out of sync if you go under?
I think so. I think though, maybe the sync mechanic's something different. I'm not 100% sure. But I think there should maybe be a thing where if someone goes over, there is a general idea of like one person goes over, you might now have to roll on like a failure table, and that can get bad.
Yeah.
I think in general, any overages should be twice as bad as underages.
Yeah. Underages,
I hate that word. But you shouldn't necessarily go prone every time you go over.
Well, yeah.
Because I think 1 in 20 times a d20 is going to roll a 1.
Yeah.
Well, can the head roll multiple times? No.
No.
Because that would be bad.
You're setting the thing.
Yeah, because if you do that, it would be way too easy. Because you'd always set it to like 40 to make sure no one ever goes over.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll figure out what like degree of failure or degree of success means. First. Second, would there be like we'll get the syncing thing in, but would there be a cumulative out of sync? Like, oh, we went over this time and we went over again? Is there some kind of like
I think
consequence for doing it multiple times?
Because right now what I'm thinking is well, let me ask. Right now I'm saying the legs are trying to move you there. Mm-hmm. Both legs.
Yeah.
The arms are both trying to attack.
Yeah.
The head is only really setting a course of action, which with kaiju is either going to be stay away and shoot your guns or run right up.
Yeah.
Not much choice there.
Yeah. So
we should give them a secondary thing, which is you got to keep everyone in sync.
Yeah.
If things start going badly, they're the man who like, or woe man, who's like, we gotta dial everything down, and maybe they can try to use some kind of power to keep things in.
Would there be an ability to like freeze a roll or something like, okay, the legs were at this last time, we have to go back to this, so we're back in sync. Maybe. Or like we can try the same one more time.
I think maybe every turn, even if there's like a counting up success or failure area, we should not make everyone keep track of every number through stuff.
Yeah, especially because like if you're only working with one set of poly dice, and you had to keep rolling that. Like, I wouldn't be able to keep track of that either.
Yeah. But what could work is maybe the head unit is doing something along the lines of I can give someone extra dice for once or twice.
Yeah.
Through, maybe it's just what.
Or like
what's
lower their die
let's
step,
say-
because I think it's way easier to go up by 4, a max of 4, than it is to like roll a 20.
Yeah, that maybe. I'm not 100%. Or we could do that. Their power is also something along the lines of giving out a small. They have 5 D4s in the entire campaign that at special times they can give to another player to be like, you got this, and they get to roll D4 to try to like close in.
Or even like they have a pool of numbers. Like, I have a total of this many points, and I can spend them throughout the game.
I don't like the exact spending. If we're gonna do blackjack, they should always have to kind of.
They should always have to roll.
Because you can have a pool of 5d4. That's fine.
Okay.
I want to.
Gives bonus's question.
I say we add it in. I think pilots should have abilities.
Okay.
Even if it's minor, I can add +1 to my roll.
Pilots?
Each person's a pilot in Voltron.
Oh,
yeah.
Everyone gets to pick an ability.
Yes, even if it's minor. Once per battle, I can re-roll a die. Like that would be one.
Or like once per battle, we can just like restart. Like, we fucked that up. Let's just everyone re-roll.
I'd say once per campaign. That'd be very big.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Yeah. Okay.
Or, I've been doing this forever. My die steps 1 down than what it says.
Yeah.
That'd be a good passive.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't make those too complicated. It's just something simple along those lines.
Okay. So I think that I like this mechanic, and we'll play test it in a second. I think we got the game part. Where's the role play?
Interesting. All right, so because right now it's 2 mechanics based. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's a game. It's a game for sure, but it reminds me a lot of like Sentinels of the Multiverse, where you are playing
as a
character. Kind of, you're playing a character, but you're not really role playing a character. It's like any of those cooperative games where you have a character card and you're playing that character, but it's not a role playing game. Are we making it a role playing game, or is this just a game where you fight?
Well, I like the idea of
monsters.
Okay, here's my pitch on that. Is we make it so that the person with the information is only the head.
Okay.
So they know, they can see.
Yeah.
And that lets them do 2 things. 1, it lets you aim. They can say, we need to move right or something.
Yeah.
And what we do with that is the legs don't have to necessarily. This is a difficult idea to think of, but say you roll a 12. If you roll the right leg at a 11 and the left leg at a 13, you can turn them. And I think each turn's maybe 10 degrees.
Okay.
And there's something along that lines where you have to kind of get the legs to aim the right place, and then you gotta get the arms to swing at the right time.
I think that I don't mind that, but for a simple game, that's gonna be
that's crunchy. My other idea, given that the head is the only one who can see, they have to hide their roll d20.
How about
they roll, and then you have to start rolling your d6, and they can't say what is. I think they have 3 or 4 things that they can say. Is
okay.
You gotta say dumb Voltron stuff. Like they roll a 6, and the guy's like,
"We gotta push it to the max."
There's dude, ramp it up, and
come on, believe in the power of friendship.
Well, I hate that one. I don't know.
And I like that one, and all of my robots in this game are going to be friendship-based robots.
I mean, okay.
And their job is to hug the kaiju. And also dress up. It's also a dress-up game.
It's a dress-up game. So I think if we'd have the hidden role, and that kind of...
I like that.
Adds in a little element that...
it makes it more intriguing to be the head.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this too? Because we were talking about how like you're going after kaiju and stuff, but there's also, we discussed kind of this element of like items, inventory stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, like, a kaiju's not going to be carrying around a sword, and if you're only fighting 3 kaiju anyway, they're not going to drop things. What if there are little side quests they can go do?
See, that seems like it would add a lot.
Like, we have to go put out this fire.
We could just... Because I do think that adds roleplay, and that could work. But what I think it might do is dilute the basic idea we have, and instead... You start the game, each player looks at the shop, the engineering shop. I don't have it. They talk to the mechanic, and they pick their part to put on. And this is done before you're even communicating. Okay. And that would add a lot of the challenge to it. Because Balder. Bad boy.
Balder, come here.
Come
here.
You gotta tell him to quiet his tail.
Hey. Sit down.
What you do is...
The world's not scary.
So if you don't discuss it beforehand, I think you're the last Voltron. We need a better name for that for sure.
The last Voltron.
But,
Voltron. Voltlar. How?
So
we're Moltron.
You're the last 5 people who know how to pilot a mech, and you've never piloted before. Bring what pieces you got. So you'll end up with 2 guys with sword arms and a short leg and a long leg, and you're like, this is gonna...
We gotta make it work.
And you're like, well, this is gonna suck because now we have to run right up to it. Sometimes it'll work out. You'll have, I have the Gatling gun arm. Like, oh, nice, I brought the hammer arm. Which, hammer arm and sword arm, it's all gonna be the same thing. That's just a melee arm.
I like that. Now, I'm just gonna spitball this. Now, feel free to say no. Romance subplot.
Okay.
I'm so happy that you're entertaining this idea for me.
Here's one thing though is maybe the legs worked real good together. They can motivate each other in game.
Yeah. Motivate.
Why
did you say it like that? You made me do that.
You're trying to put a romance subplot into my cool robot game, so.
But I like the idea of a robot game, but also some love. No, that's fine. You're right. That's too complicated. Love cannot be mechanized.
What if? Okay, lies. The game is called Love in the Time of Mecha Robots.
Don't hate it. I'm gonna write it down. Love in the Time of Mecha Robots.
I mean, it's an okay name. I'm not there yet.
I'm not there yet either, but I am gonna write that fan fiction later.
That's fine.
Tonight.
Okay, how about we simplify the idea I had before? Maybe I think we'll have a simple thing where you roll a d4, and it'll either say the kaiju is a kilometer in front of you, it's to the right of you, or it's to the left of you. And then you have to make one leg roll over, one leg roll under in order to turn them, and then you go. Once you go to 20, you're going to reach them. That you roll like distance.
Mm-hmm.
They're 8 away. That's going to be easy to get to. I just have to make sure I turn. And then you start swinging. And you declare which way you're going. Well, is the kaiju going to move, or is it going to fight you?
No, the kaiju is going to be busy. Here's another idea. Mm-hmm. I don't think that doing like an actual turning mechanism, moving forward kind of thing is going to work if this is a game that's mostly theater of the mind, because we're not working with minis here.
All I'm saying is it's abstract. They're to the left, to the right, and for each of those you have to just have one over under.
I see.
Otherwise, they're turned around, then you have to do 2. I think that could be a doable.
I want you to imagine a deck of cards.
Okay.
With like different things in there. So some of them are kaiju.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are quests.
Okay.
Some of them might just be items or whatever. The head flips over 2 and decides which one to go for.
Okay.
But if they flip over a quest and a kaiju, the kaiju automatically stays out, becomes their boss for that moment, and if they keep trying to do more quests, they have a couple possible consequences. Like, yes, we can go get, like, a cool item that will help us defeat this kaiju, but at the same time, the kaiju are attacking the town, and maybe the town has its own HP.
I think that's a much bigger game than we can do right now, but I don't think it's a bad idea.
I really like that idea, though.
I think that's how you expand on this game, but I think we're doing 3 boss fights kind of thing, and we talk about the way.
Yeah.
Here, I think you have a round or 2 in which you do some kind of repair, or there's a small level up and there's a small repair between each round.
Okay.
And everyone chooses where to put that.
Okay.
And I think that will help breed roleplay. That's a weird way to say it.
Another thing that breeds roleplay is to give characters backgrounds and have them choose backgrounds.
I think your bonuses
are tied into a background. So do we have like a set list of backgrounds that you could possibly be from?
Yeah, I mean, there's the vet. He's the guy or there's the engineer.
Uh-huh.
There's a Top Gun.
Uh-huh.
Guy
There's
like,
the mascot.
Was he bad at everything?
No.
Oh, what if he has to roll a dice roll higher, so he's worse at everything, but everyone he plays with gets like the ability to add +1 to their rolls?
Yeah, sure. There's the femme fatale.
What's her ability?
I don't know. Being sexy.
Okay. It can stun the kaiju for 1 turn.
Sure. No. No. Okay, can we put this on the running ideas list?
Which one?
No, it's new.
Yep. What idea you got?
Okay,
Something about femme fatale?
You have to write down whatever I say. You promise?
Dress up game about kaijus?
Hentai. Just write hentai. You promised. That's all you have to write. It's just hentai.
Just a quick way. Oh,
just one of those.
Just maybe you'll make a hentai game later.
Yeah. Maybe we will.
Me. So, let's see. I don't think we have that much roleplay yet, which is a little rough. I think we're doing.
I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. We didn't say that we were going to make RPGs every time, even though I definitely did put it in my tweet that we were making an RPG. And even though we definitely didn't do an RPG last time, I don't think it's necessary that we do an RPG.
I think there's
it can be super light.
There's enough light stuff here where you have to make your guy.
Yeah.
I think. You make your person.
Mm-hmm.
You get your robo body part. You know how to pilot, which is probably randomly assigned at the beginning of the game.
Oh, which part you're piloting?
Yeah. Because I like this idea of you're the last guys around to pilot a mech, and we're taking parts from every mech that you used to drive.
How about this?
In the Kaiju Wars,
we keep the bidding. If there's a conflict, someone rolls D20. And you all start with D4s, and the person who's closest without going over to that gets to pick first.
Perfect. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, okay.
It's a gambling world.
This is basically Price is Right.
Dude, closest without going.
Price is Right, but robots.
What if we call it The Price is Kaiju?
No, I don't like that.
Spay and neuter your kaiju.
I like that better because that's a couple levels deep.
Double down on mechs.
That sounds like a hentai game.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
hentai
that's
game.
a hentai game.
I'm trying to not make any hentai games, but
You're not trying to, but secretly all of mine.
yeah. What I need mech related words to come with a title. Not that I think a title has to be how you start, but
are there people in chat who would like to suggest to us mech related words?
I need mech words, damn it. Let's think. There's.
Or do we actually let people chat who aren't followers? No.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Okay.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, I remember turning that off.
I turned it on once to get rid of spammers, and then we turned it back off.
Spammers, huh?
Oh, it happened.
Some spams.
So here's the two things I require out of this title.
Yeah.
It has to be an acronym or an initialism of some sort, like Voltron.
Is Voltron an initialism?
It has to be. It's in all caps,
what?
Right?
Maybe.
Voltron.
What does Voltron stand for? He stands for truth, justice, and the American way.
Well, nope. I'm wrong.
Oh.
Voltron is not a. Really?
Maybe it is in your Mandela affected universe.
Yeah. My Voltron Defender of the Universe. That's all he is.
Can you go to the running ideas list and write Mandela effect?
The game, I like it.
Yeah.
Mandela?
Yeah. I'll tell you if it's right or not, but I can't actually see you type.
Well, not that many A's. It's good enough.
That's
what?
M-A-N.
Oh, it's his name, isn't it?
Yep, like like Nelson Mandela. That's right.
I forgot about. I was thinking of what's the art called?
Mandala.
Yeah, I was saying that.
Oh.
I didn't.
You didn't put those.
Because I forgot that people thought he was dead for some reason.
Dummies. Because they're from a different universe. Alex.
Yeah, the bad one.
Yeah.
Got him. Where they killed Nelson. I got 4 of you. Oh,
okay.
God, so bad.
Okay. Let's.
All right. Let's see. We have how to pick.
Yes.
So I think everyone separately and without talking picks their pilot and their background, which will give them their bonus.
Yes.
Then someone rolls the d20 and everyone rolls their d4s trying to hit it closest without going over.
And they pick first.
They pick first. They go down lines. Then you fight a kaiju, right? The klaxon goes, and you get dropped into the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we can have a little random roll chart. The kaiju has. This is acid kaiju. It has 12 health, and it is east of you. And you drop in. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a compass rose. Drop 3. You're facing west. You have to turn around to fight it.
Okay.
And go to fight it. Everyone works together. When the kaiju breaks your kneecap, your right leg doesn't work unless you take a turn to fix it.
We're forgetting something very important. What happens if everybody exactly makes the number?
Oh, yeah.
This is very important.
Overdrive. I forgot.
Yes. Overdrive.
Because I think a lot of the thick of it will be successes and failures will be cool and terrible stuff. There's going to be slipping on the kaiju banana. I think we're going to have to throw in a few little random tables to roll on. I think even if they're D10
I think we do have to. This is definitely not going to be a one-pager.
A 2-page maybe, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's fine if it's more than one page. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, if the back page is all random roll areas, that's fine.
Yeah.
And we're going to need a cool picture of a mech anyway.
Yeah, so. And I can't draw.
Darn. I think we already got our mech.
We're not putting...
His name is Louise.
His name is Ravioli. That's definitely a man whose name is Ravioli right there.
He's a mech, not a man.
You have to be able to name your mech.
Alright, so here's definitely how
Everyone rolls something and it becomes...
We could have another random roll thing, but
No.
I think what is every other than Voltron? What does every name robot do? It is noun, adjective, iron giant, gypsy danger. My guy, his
What's
name.
the name of the one that we got wrong in trivia?
I got it wrong, so.
Yeah, it's the name of the other robot.
From Pacific Rim?
From Pacific Rim.
Uh,
Pacific Rim. Adjective, noun.
Yeah. Do it the other way.
No, Pacific's an adjective.
Rim's an adjective?
Rim's a noun.
Noun comes first. It'd have to be Rim Pacific.
You think danger is an adjective?
It describes what's the gypsy about it.
No.
I was thinking iron as a noun, but I guess it could also be an adjective.
Iron in that case is an adjective, describing what kind of giant the iron giant is.
No.
He's a giant made of iron. It's a quality.
He's iron.
Iron's the material.
He's an iron which is giant.
That's Giant Iron, which is a different movie. Do you think Iron Man? Do you think man's the adjective describing the
type of iron he is? Yes. He's a man-shaped iron. All robots are iron.
I can't.
Yeah, no, I mixed that up, and
Yeah,
I
you
didn't.
did.
I didn't think about it for a second.
Yeah.
Bucket Sleazy. That's my robot.
Bucket Sleazy. Now that's a noun and then an adjective. So you did it. You did that one correctly.
But I don't want to be called Sleazy Bucket.
Oh yeah, Sleazy Bucket's definitely a different name. Can you please go to the running ideas list?
Sleazy Bucket?
No. Yes. That's not a real idea. But it could be something.
Sleazy
those
Bucket.
are a little baby. There are embryos.
Well,
They're
for later.
gestating currently. Some of them will take longer than others.
So, what, I think the naming protocol for everyone, though, is you have to, each person picks, I spelled bucket wrong.
Yes, you did. Sleazy Bruce. Please just write Sleazy Bruce. Finish it.
Sleazy Bruce.
Do you ever play Neopets?
Yeah, of course.
You know Bruce, like the penguin?
Yeah, good guy. They're just
Yeah.
a type.
I just wanted to remind you. Sleazy Bruce and the...
Chins. Sleazy Bruce and the Chins. It's just a good band that Bruce Campbell does.
That's a great name for Bruce Campbell's band.
Yeah, it is.
Is it a ska band?
Isn't every band a ska band deep in your heart?
It's true.
Okay, so I don't know if the naming matters, if everyone should agree on it, or should everyone have to pick one noun and one adjective and throw it up?
Real quick, I've already decided on a hack for this game. It's where you're all members of a ska band. Please put it on the running ideas list. I'm gonna make you go back over there. You're all members of the ska band. And you gotta roll to the right numbers. God. Even if you hate that idea.
I like a ska-based RPG, fine. But do we have to make the Mecha game into a ska game?
No, we make the mech game first, and then we adulterate the mech game with ska.
What if this mech game had a little more ska in it?
Yeah.
What if it's a ska-based robot?
Every time, yes. Okay. So...
Is there a Shrek RPG? The Shrek RPG?
I don't know if there is.
Let's just...
Do you think DreamWorks would give us the license for the Shrek
they will
world?
give anyone the license to the Shrek world at this point. They're just throwing that shit out.
I don't know. I think Shrek is very popular and profitable.
I've had a Shrek-based cookie. He Shrek creamed in the Oreos once.
When as soon as you said Shrek cream, our viewer count went up. I don't know what that says about us. Shrek. It's a role-playing game in the world of Shrek, the movie by DreamWorks.
Shrek cream in my Oreos. That's it's creme too.
Oh.
That's another
It's creme.
Shrek creme in my Oreos. All right, so scrap the mech game. I gotta talk about this Shrek creme.
Okay, let's take a brief break from our actual serious game about mechs, and let's talk about the mechanics of a Shrek role-playing game. Now,
it's
Shrek's an NPC, obviously.
All right, I won't play it because if I don't get to play it, well, I guess I would play the gingerbread man, huh?
You could be like.
Can I be the gingerbread man?
One of his. Yeah, you could be a gingerbread.
Jason and the Shrekanauts. Do you like that? Right there, Jason and the Shrekanauts.
Imperium News just sent us a message. We should probably.
They're good.
This is why they're not here for our Shrek RPG discussion.
Yeah. There's the quick ol' raid.
Yeah.
Cowards not loving Shrek.
No, you can. You can play an ogre. You can play a talking animal.
I don't want to talk about Shrek anymore. I want to talk about the mechs game. I want to talk about the mech game.
Okay.
I'm tired of you always trying to make me talk about Shrek.
Just because you won't let us have a Shrek themed wedding.
I'll do it.
Remind you.
DreamWorks has to pay for it.
God, no.
Dude, remember earlier this week she tricked me into watching a show I've not seen, and then randomly just started Shrek up instead.
Well, what I did was
and changed the source code of Hulu.
We were
to say it was a different TV show.
It was Tombstone. I said we have to watch Tombstone because you've never seen Tombstone before. But then I made Shrek into Tombstone. Which is a great smash up.
Maybe 3 seconds into it, I knew this isn't Tombstone. This seems a lot like Shrek.
He was into it until somebody once told me started. He cannot lie to me. I was there.
No, the first thing I said is this Shrek? and then you're like, oh, maybe.
Okay.
Mech. The mech stuff.
Okay, we'll go back to the mech game.
Wait, I've never left the mech game. You're the one Shrekking all over the place.
Stop. No. Shrekking. Okay.
I will say naming the robot, while I think it is the most important part of the game, might not be something we necessarily have to worry about right now.
No. Let's talk about. You want to start writing up mechanics?
Yeah. Well, let's make pilots.
Mm-hmm.
And your background.
Oh, so you want to do background first? You want to start with roleplay?
I want to start with that because I think it's the easiest to do.
Can I erase?
Do we want to write it down? I think you should just erase "Love in the Time of Mecha Robots" and just fill it in there.
But that was my favorite
part. I need some mech words, dude. What's movies with mechs in them?
Well, isn't there Evangelion?
Evangelion?
I don't know. Is it a soft G?
Yep. That's my anime for the day. Is there mechs in that?
Oh yeah, I know.
I don't know. I'm saying I don't know. Furikuri has mechs.
One? Gosh, I used to watch so many different ones. There's Transformers, obviously, but those aren't really mechs.
Transformers are not mechs. They are Transformers. It is a different thing.
Yeah.
Furikuri has mechs, but they're not really cool.
Power Rangers has a Voltron-esque.
Yeah, Power Rangers.
Yeah.
What? Mechazoid?
Yeah, the Zoids.
Zord? Mechazord?
Zord? Yeah.
Mechazoid.
Megazords.
They just have Zords. I will say, in the Zords, the legs are one man. We're gonna one-up Power Rangers.
Well, I think that you could play it with it's just a 3-player game, though.
Yeah. True. You can't do 2, can you? Maybe.
I don't know.
I think
2
3
might be too easy. We can play test it.
Yeah, it'll be easy, so. Okay. Here is what I want to do. Oh, what did I click? I control 1 somewhere. So. I am Lieutenant. Lieutenant's the coolest.
Lieutenant is definitely the coolest rank.
Yeah, so everyone's a lieutenant.
Yeah, I mean, after all of the mech Air Force, the Mecha Force. Ronnie Flame.
That's good. That's my.
You already chose the best name.
That's my. I'm gonna do all caps for things that people would fill in. That's the easiest for me to do.
Ronnie Flame.
I'm Lieutenant Ronnie Flame. I am a. Do we have a better word for?
Let's
a mech.
Let's not for mech.
Yeah. Do we want a proprietary mech thing?
No, I think mech's fine.
Right.
I mean, everyone knows what a mech is.
I'm a mech. Mech pilot. My specialty is
Punch.
Top Gun.
Top Gun.
That means he's a really good pilot.
And a great volleyball player.
My mech looks like a shark. Those are the important things. I think we leave a space for them to draw. I punched the desk so fucking hard, dude.
Ow.
And then we leave a square.
Uh-huh.
They have to draw. This is the stuff they don't talk about. Everyone's a mech pilot. Everyone's a lieutenant.
Uh-huh. Let's come up with like types. Let's come up with a set list of backgrounds. Right.
Okay.
So there's the veteran, right?
Yep.
What else is there?
Top Gun.
There's Top Gun.
Engineer.
There's the mascot. There's the burnout. There's just the love interest, the burnout. I'm not gonna say femme fatale because I don't want to actually genderize them.
Yeah. There's the co-pilot. That's Goose.
Yeah.
There's always a Goose.
They're the co-polite. I'm making so much noise with this chair. I apologize for anyone listening.
It's a good chair.
There's the co-pilot. There's the loser, like the person. So there's the burnout.
Yeah.
There's also like the dropout, or like the loser.
You're not a has-been. You're a never was.
Yeah, the never was. I'm just gonna write the never was.
Never was, dude.
I think the more we list, the better.
Yeah.
We will.
Anyway, the new guy.
Yeah, the new guy.
I mean, we could call it rookie, but the new guy also works.
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to like actually gender any of them.
New guy is a just like FNG. It's just fucking new guy. It's like a military thing.
I know that, but rookies.
I also love the idea of the rookie's also a lieutenant. Everyone's
because the whole Mecha Air Force was destroyed and everyone immediately got promoted to lieutenant. Of course.
when everyone dies, everyone's a lieutenant.
Yeah. There are no other ranks.
Ranks in the. Well, I was gonna write Mecha Force, but what's the closest
Space
thing?
Force.
What's the closest thing to the Space Force? Is there one?
The Navy?
I don't. Sure. Is that? No. They have bad names. They're dumb sounding.
Whoever is currently in charge of Imperium News suggested just FNG as the name, which is not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like.
What about FN Mech? Fucking new mech.
Fucking new mech.
So lieutenant is under captain because I think whoever gets the head gets promoted to captain.
Yeah.
Ooh, but above that, rear admiral, upper half and lower half. Got him.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah, like the body of the mech.
I have the body of a mech, but the head of a.
In the future, when this game takes place, there are no rear admirals anymore because people kept laughing at them too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
And now they're called.
Everyone's a lieutenant.
Admirals of Uranus. Because they're in the Space Force now.
Yeah.
That's the best joke I've done all night. I'm gonna just sign off. We're done here.
We're done. Good joke.
Good.
Jokes are done.
Jokes are done.
No more humor.
It was too good.
Okay, so there's veteran, Top Gun, engineer, mascot, love interest, burnout, co-pilot, never was, the rookie or the FNG, what are some other tropes?
The comms guy.
Yeah, the comms.
Maybe. Sulu. That's all I can think of is Sulu.
Yeah, the Sulu.
Which is, the comic.
There's like the parent figure, right?
Mech Dad?
Mecha Daddy.
Mecha Daddy.
Mech.
Everyone knows Mech Daddy.
Mech Mom. Mech Parent.
What's
We're getting rid of some of these, I think.
Yeah, I know. I like building up and then cutting down.
There's the janitor who was like super good at math and stuff, but no one knew that.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah.
If you're willing to say you're lieutenant janitor, you probably get bonuses to like everything. But if you ever fail, like you just crushed emotionally. What's all right? Who's the guy? I'm gonna give you a little plot so you can come up with the name. Where they're like, do you know who we need? We need to get Janice back into this. Blah blah blah. And they go to him. It's like we need you. He goes, no, I'm never meching again. I'm never flying another mech. You know what happened?
Isn't that the Burnout?
I killed 45 people in my last mission.
Is that not the Burnout?
No, he's not Burnout. He's like. He's emotionally scarred. Burnout.
I'm gonna write emotionally scarred. We'll come up with it. I know what you're talking about. I definitely know that. I also wrote here the captain's favorite.
I think that would be instead of that. I like the prodigy.
I'm gonna write both because captain's favorite is like, oh, you're only here because
you're not good enough.
You're actually the captain's son. You know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
yeah.
That.
Then there's the prodigy, the emotionally scarred. Is there the alien who came to Earth to warn people about this?
Nice guy alien?
Yeah.
Yeah, the traitorous kaiju, basically. Is there a good way to... What's the term for, like, the alien that turns and is, like, a nice guy?
How do you spell traitorous? Is that right?
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about, and he's the Boromir.
Yeah.
But Boromir never, like, started out evil. You have a sentient robot inside a robot.
So, yeah. I love
yeah.
the guy who has the just old school monitor as a head who's like, I can pilot this for us.
Oh, we haven't loaded up PC Junior since 1989. Better dust him off.
PC Junior is such a good robot name.
PC Junior is actually the name of something.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Like you took that from someone?
I found it. It's the IBM PC Junior. I learned this from a crossword puzzle.
Nice.
Marketed by IBM from 1984 to 1985. And I'm pretty sure it was actually not successful. Something called a peanut panic. Okay, well, I need to read up on this.
Article I don't need to.
Not right now. You don't want to know about the peanut panic.
We don't need it at the moment. I think this is plenty.
Yeah. Okay. Do we need more?
No, there's plenty. We're gonna cut a few off. Like Mech Daddy. That's gone.
Obviously not.
Sulu.
I like the idea of someone who's kind of like the mother hen. You know, like they're worried about their
captain. That's the veteran.
Okay, yeah.
Unless we're talking grizzled old vet who's like a dick.
Yeah, like the I'm better than you veteran.
Yeah.
Let's
No, because he would be dead by now in the Robot Wars. He didn't survive in the Kaiju Wars. Everyone who's not like a third tier pilot.
Yeah, you're right. It should be everyone. Yeah. Can we like give them all quotes? Like this is their saying. Like this is what.
Like to use the skill, you have to use the quote.
No, not necessarily. But like, just kind of give flavor so people know what we're talking about.
Think
you know what I'm saying.
I think we should force people to say quippy one-liners in order to use their skills.
Yes.
Top Gun, in order to add the +1.
Yes.
Watch this, and then.
God, that's such a good.
And
idea.
every roll. Watch this. Watch this.
No, they shouldn't have to say watch this every time, but they have to have.
That's them coming back from commercial over and over. Watch this. Watch this. Keep rolling.
God damn it, no.
I think that's a great idea.
Quippy one-liners.
Okay.
This does not look good.
It's fine.
Okay. Please, can we... can we do that? Little quotes?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
I'll start filling them in if you want.
Let's do it.
But here, let's think. What's the next thing we're gonna talk about? Their abilities.
So, yeah, their abilities. What can they do? I kind of need.
+1 to any roll.
Yeah.
I'm giving
her all she's got, Captain.
I'm giving her all she got that way, because the engineer might be the captain. You don't know. I don't know what their skill is.
That also feels like a +1 kind of thing.
Most of them, it's gonna be pretty simple. Like, we're not gonna have crazy mechanics for each one.
I'll see you back home, Tiger. Please.
Capital T.
I'll fix your grammar later. Don't worry.
It is spoken. It's fine. This is how I speak.
No.
I'm gonna blast you to the dark side of the moon.
No, the Drake side of the moon.
Dude, that's a burnout thing.
The Drake side of the moon. It's where you watch Dark Side of the Moon to Degrassi.
Oh, that's good. That's not a game, but that's good.
No, it's not. That's what we're gonna do.
I really like. God damn it! I like Degrassi. I just don't want to listen to Dark Side of the Moon anymore. It's such a good burnout line. I'm gonna blast you to the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, but it doesn't capture the essence of the burnout.
But I was just thinking of a stoner burnout, not like I was a really good pilot burnout.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Okay.
What if people have to randomly roll what they are, and half of these are bad? You don't get to choose if you're a progeny. Progeny. You might accidentally become a sentient robot friend.
Okay, I'm done with that.
And then we just keep it as a roll, and then half of them can be bad.
Yeah,
I've got your 6.
Yeah, I got your 6. Obviously, what the co-pilot says.
C's get degrees.
C's get degrees. It should be D's get degrees. D is for degree.
C's get degrees is a term though.
So is D is for degree.
What's this lever do?
D is for diploma.
What's Goodwill Hunting say? Other than it's not your fault.
Goodwill Hunting says, I just wandered in here from cleaning the hallways, and I saw this equation on the blackboard.
How do you like them? What's vectular physics?
I don't think vector.
Is there a way to make that a longer word? Vector, but big.
Vectorial.
Yeah, put that in. How do you like them vectorial physics?
Yeah, vectorial.
Because the robots move fast.
Yeah. The Prodigy says I was born for this.
The mascot. We can do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Burnout.
No, the mascot has to say with the power of friendship. No. Yes. I changed my mind again. Yes. We can do it together.
We can do it together. Oh, dude, I hate the mascot.
Yes, I love the mascot. It's my favorite one.
Captain's favorite. Oh. Who's the squall of the group? The Final Fantasy 18, the angsty boy.
That's the emotionally scarred one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No.
Whatever.
That's like the cool. That's more like the cool guy.
Yeah.
Emotionally scarred is like.
Squall wasn't emotionally scarred. He was happy.
Honestly, I don't know who Squall is.
From Final Fantasy VIII.
I never played Final Fantasy VIII.
You've held his gunblade.
I know. Just because I've held his gunblade doesn't mean. First of all, that's not his gunblade.
That's
a Nerf weapon that you stuck a sword onto.
That's Squall's sword, though. That I stuck onto a better gun than he had.
Okay.
That's a stronger gun.
Okay. Yeah, the edgy guy, whatever. Yeah, sure. Great.
Just the edgy one.
The emotional scarred one says, I can't let this happen again.
Not again.
Can't let this happen again. I won't let this happen again. It's better.
What's Nanu my dudes.
Nanu my dudes. No.
That's a
no.
Nanu my dudes. That's a cool kaiju saying.
No.
That's it.
This is not Morgan Mindy the RPG.
It could be a little bit. If you can come up with a better alien saying, go for it. Cool robot sayings. Google.
How about but they're the traitors kaiju, so they're like, not all of my kind are evil. Something like that.
See, I'm thinking maybe not kaiju. Like, I just want a friendly alien, not.
Oh, okay.
Not.
Well, you wrote traitors kaiju.
You wrote it because I don't know how to spell the word traitorous.
Fair.
But nice guy one.
I'll help you, human friends. Wow, what is that?
I accidentally.
That's Robots the movie.
I went to the movie Robots.
That's my nightmare.
I'm trying to get quotes from robots, but there's just not enough of them.
Do an Asimov quote.
Yeah, well, the robot wouldn't just quote Asimov, would he?
He might, or he might say beep boop beep boop. Or we give him a string of binary code to read 1011-001, and it says something like,
"We're gonna fucking kill him."
Yeah.
Just something really aggressive,
yeah.
but it's binary.
Yeah. It's just yes. You know what I didn't do is share this with my Facebook.
What?
I didn't put it on Facebook. Huh. Which is where all my actual friends are.
Kill all. That's too.
Kill all humans? Yes. That's wrong.
It's too much binary. What about
yeet?
Yeet 'em, Dad.
Yeet 'em, Dad.
That's too much binary too. I need 4 letters tops for the robot to say. Kill? Do we want the robot to say kill?
How many
Each letter will be an 8-piece or 8-digit string of binary.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's how binary works for letters.
How about just LOL?
I have something better. It is this. That's what a smile is from a robo.
Aww,
because he's a robot friend.
He's a robot friend.
And then we can have a second one.
011101010101001. That's a long thing to say.
His ability will only work once a fight, though.
Right.
He can take damage for someone or something.
Yeah.
Or
he can reprogram something.
Yeah. We'll figure that out later. We need a few more. I'm gonna use the bathroom since it's halftime anyway, real quick.
Oh yay! It's just like last time where I had a whole riff.
Okay.
I did a song and dance. They didn't see the dance.
Do you know what happened when I came back?
What?
Last time?
What?
I thought of Oh Me Oh My. So hopefully I come back with something great. But now I've put a lot of pressure on this P.
I feel like you're okay. Okay.
Go for it. I'll be RV. As they say in the hood.
They do say that nowhere. So if If you're watching, we're not really typing anything because we are making a Voltron-esque RPG right now. We are coming up with things that a pilot, like little catchphrases that a pilot would say, a pilot of a mech would say. And Alex is peeing. Oh god. He didn't put the drawing stuff back on for me though, unfortunately. I would have drawn instead. Oh, the toilet just flushed. That means any minute now. He's gonna be back. He didn't put it so I could draw.
What?
He didn't put it so I could draw, so I just like sat here waiting for you.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Well, we were finishing the quotes.
I know, but
Mostly. Yeah, my bad. Okay. So we have what do veterans say?
A veteran says
fall in line. I could call one of my friends.
I'll make a man out of you. That's Shang from Mulan.
With the only good Disney movie, I agree.
True.
But cool movie veterans.
What would the comms person say?
How
many of these do we have? I'm gonna remake this into numbers.
Okay, that'll work.
There's 17, so we need 3 more. That's how the law is.
Yeah, we just make 20. That makes sense.
Yep.
And a few of them should definitely be bad because that's funny. Let's
I'm here on my own merit. That's what the captain's favorite says.
The failure. I'm making all bad ones for the last 3.
I thought the failure was the never was.
No, never was is just kind of shitty. The failure is like bad.
Okay. There's also like the grandma. No. We can't have grandmas in every single one of our games, Alex.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could do the old guy. I wouldn't have a problem with the old guy, but maybe not. Maybe just not grandma
how about
this
the
time.
Animal. The talking animal. How about the reformed villain?
Ooh, or the criminal.
Yes, the criminal. He's there for sure.
Yeah.
How about?
Do we have one for like? Is the like the 11-year-old? Like the little kid who's really the kid? Yeah.
Yeah, the kid. He's not quite the mascot.
Yeah.
But it's definitely
he's
definitely
good.
The kid. Here's what I just thought of though that we can't do if this was going to be randomized. Everyone's going to know who the other person is as they're rolling because you can't pick the same person, or can you?
Well, here's what I think. You say I'm Ronnie Flame. I'm a mech pilot, and my mech looks like a shark. Then my specialty is, and you roll it on the spot.
Yes. Okay.
I'm the captain's favorite.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay,
and
so...
I am roll D20.
Okay. Com says.
Picking you up loud and clear.
Yes.
But I didn't have anything good for the veterans, so that one's.
The failure said. The criminal says. The kid says.
Gee whiz.
Golly gee willikers. No.
Hey, mister.
How about the genius instead of the kid? How about instead of the failure, it's the genius?
I want some bad ones, though. Alright, so the failure and the never was are too close, so that's fine.
The genius and the fucking janitor are too close.
Yeah,
Shit.
Wait, and one more. What's another weird one?
Okay, before we think of this, the love interest. Should they all have a secondary power? I think that they should all have a secondary thing. That triggers.
So much more work.
But okay, how would the love interest has to pick another member of the team?
And what, keep them alive?
And if that person fails, they get a bonus to their own shit.
Why would that give them? Oh, they're trying to help them.
Yeah.
That's too much because they don't have a single power yet. That can just be their power.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That can be their power.
That's not their secondary power, though.
I know. I got it. I realize this.
Well,
their power is love, and it's being attractive.
That's
and being
also
played
the mascot.
by that one woman from Edge of Tomorrow. What's her name?
Tom Cruise's wife.
That's not Tom Cruise's wife.
It's someone's wife.
Emily Blunt.
Oh yeah, that's Office's wife.
No.
Yes, it is. Isn't it? It's the wife of the Office.
Ex-wife of the Office.
What? They broke up? Were they too quiet together?
Oh no! She's still married to John Krasinski. Were they were actually married.
Yeah.
You know what though? I hate them because their kids are named Hazel and Violet. You cannot have a theme.
They're just old people. They're really old.
They're both flower names.
Yeah, to old people.
What do you do if you have a son?
Are
there flower names for the flower child?
Flower child.
How
do you like that quote real quick? Read that out loud.
Peace and love and cake and butts.
It's super good.
What about like the I guess a scrappy person who has something to prove is kind of like the captain's favorite.
That's like everyone I've ever met is the scrappy person. That's the janitor. That's the rookie. That's the never was. That's the burnout. And the mascot. And the top guy.
Fine.
That's just like a general descriptor for most of the people that would fly a mech.
The kid.
Oh gosh. I'ma yeet that kaiju.
I already don't like Nanu, my dudes.
Kobe laser.
Nope.
Kobe laser's good.
I'm not saying that it's not good. I'm just vetoing that idea.
Mech 5. Give me more kid slang and I'll come up with a cool saying.
I don't know, because they're a kid, right? Like they're an actual child.
Yeah, they're like 9. Find me one 9-year-old that wouldn't threaten to yeet me. You can't do it.
I can't do it. You're right that kids enjoy saying yeet. But what about something like that a 1950s kid would say, like,
let's yeet that kaiju. He does a bonus to damage. Until you come up with something better, I'm keeping it, and we need the criminal and the veteran.
That's fine. We'll keep let's eat that kaiju. Oh my god.
Let's eat that kaiju. Alright, what's it called when you accidentally blow up a city block when you're trying to fight a kaiju?
Collateral damage.
Alright, I was gonna say collateral damage is A-okay, but it's more like what's
How about something like
the
like talking about how like he's on this mission and then he gets to leave jail. His sentence is commuted. How about he just says your sentence is commuted?
What if he says, was this some kind of mecha suicide squad? Because that's what you just described. You described the suicide squad for mechs.
Yeah, I did. And I meant it.
No, you didn't.
I meant it. I want that.
Was this some kind of mecha suicide squad? the
Hold on. What do people in Neon Genesis
say? That's
Evangeline
Alright, what's
catchphrases?
what's the
I'm gonna write anime catchphrases and we'll see what happens. Mankind's greatest fear is mankind itself. That's a good thing for the alien to say.
No, he says nanu nanu, my dudes.
God, no, he doesn't. How about sometimes you need a little wishful thinking just to keep on living? These are all from Neon Genesis Evangeline. Living alone is fine with me. I'm alone anyway.
That sucks. I hate that one. Look one from an old man for the veteran.
I'm the one who deserved to be hit, not you. I'm a coward. I'm dishonest. I'm sneaky and a wimp. That's the kid. That's the kid in this.
The kid says, "Yeet that kaiju."
Hold on. Oh, this is a good line. Man fears the darkness, and so he scrapes away at the edges of it with fire. Hold on, I'm finding one for. Oh, God, no. This is a very dramatic game. I've never seen an episode of this show. Just so you know, Voltron catchphrases. I'm gonna look that up. I've also never seen Voltron.
I finished because
and I'll form.
You're googling quotes from Voltron, so I wrote remember the basics because I want to continue on because this is not that important of it.
Remember the basics is very good. See, I motivated you.
Well, through Evangelion, yes, I guess.
Yeah, I did that. You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, I am a veteran. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
Next.
Yeah, we need to actually have the. How do you like? How one of them should be able to save a role that they had, kind of like a strategist. Like they get to save a role that they had before, and they can use that in the future.
That's the janitor.
Yeah. Okay.
The janitor can do it. We don't need. We can fill those in quickly after. What's the next thing? In where.
So.
We have.
How do you randomize the kaiju?
I think we just make a little roll chart and it'll be easy to go. Okay.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's not like the question. It's the randomization.
So 1D for direction.
Yeah.
1D 20. All right. 2D 20 distance.
What does the distance like? What is that going? What's that mechanic?
So I think it's the head is going to have a target to hit the 10, or should the legs just do distance? No, that's bad. Mm-mm. All right, so distance. I think close, medium, far. Do we need distance?
If we're gonna have direction, I don't see why we wouldn't have distance. But that's a lot of work for the legs to kind of do.
Well, I think we have one laser gun and one close-up gun. Or maybe the kaiju's just coming at you from a direction. Turns till impact?
I kind of like distance. And I know we were saying before, and you said that this might be too complicated, but I like the idea that the kaiju does a damage per turn, right?
Yeah. I don't think I ever said that was too complicated.
No. Like, that was very, yeah.
No, they were attacking a city.
What if he was attacking the city, and he's doing damage to the city, and the city has a certain amount? You have to get to them so they're not continuously dropping. Because you lose if your mech is destroyed, and you also lose though if the city is destroyed.
But, are we... Alright, so here's two things. I think if you get close enough to hit it,
yeah,
it will stop attacking the city.
Yeah.
And...
Yes, he does stop attacking the city. Once you actually attack.
But how do we do distance? Well, if you shoot at it, will it turn around and attack you?
I think so.
Shooting's gonna be OP then.
I think you still have to get to it, regardless.
Okay.
Or maybe like shooting's harder. How about?
I think shooting's harder.
Let's hold this for a second.
If you fail at shooting, you can hit the city.
Let's talk about specific kinds of moves you can do.
Okay.
Like things you can attempt to do.
Let's go back to the drawing thing.
Yeah.
The moves.
Okay.
Let's start with I guess let's start with the head, because that makes
Yeah.
more sense, right?
Okay.
The head can do... It can set pace,
Yes, the head sets pace.
and it can see the kaiju?
Yeah, the head. Do we want to do the thing where the head kind of makes the decisions?
Yeah, they're the captain. Head is captain.
Head is captain.
They set pace.
Oh no.
Here, I think let's abstract the movement of... I liked my idea of having to actually turn them.
I'm not drawing anymore.
You
I
can't
don't
draw.
know what happened.
You wrote head. Did you?
I know, but
Well, it's because you don't have anything picked.
I do. Right there.
No.
Yeah, see? I clicked something on like my actual stylus.
Yeah, I'm saying like.
And I fucked it up.
Oh, okay. Weird. So the head can look.
Oh.
Arms.
I think I might just restart my computer.
Whatever you want, but
Well, it's definitely clicking.
you don't need to draw. So let's. Stop.
Oh, because I'm. It's white.
You were drawing white the whole time.
I was drawing white the whole time. Yep.
Okay.
That is yep.
Let's
Hold on, I gotta get my good colors.
Which is what? Not white, just any color.
They gotta be the
Right, look.
okay. Head.
Can look.
Getting there. Can look. Head can look.
The arms can attack or defend.
Arms. Attack. Or defend.
And legs move.
Yep.
I think that can be used as a dodge or a get into position.
Move. They can dodge.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Can we like are we gonna have a table like if you do this and this is what happens?
well, I would need more information about what you just said.
Like the one leg rolls under, one leg rolls over, this is what happens. Do you have to do that, or can the head choose if that effect happens?
Are you asking? Is this a failure condition, or what are you trying to do now?
Like,
because you're not explaining what you mean.
So you said like you have to turn, right?
You said not to do that, so I said we'd get rid of it.
Okay.
Which is what we had done.
But you wrote compass rose, which is why I was confused.
Well, since then we have already talked about it, and you said you didn't want to do that, so I was gonna get rid of it.
Okay.
That's why there's only move, not turn.
Okay. So are there going to be specific moves, like if you roll a 15, if that's what the head rolls, they're doing this combat maneuver, or the head just decides?
I don't even know what that means. Is what I'm saying.
That's what I thought that's what you were going for. So that's
what does a 15 mean in this context? That's just the pace. That's why everyone has to hit to succeed.
Okay. Good. Cool.
But like, was there?
I was still thinking
combat
that you were
maneuver?
talking about like the turning thing. I thought you were still wanting to do that.
Well, I think if we don't have them face directions, there's not any reason to have legs.
So how is that going to work?
You the head decides we're turning right, and then if you succeed, you turn right.
Cool. That was my whole question.
Yeah, it would be. I like the idea of doing a more complicated games later on, where you take that aspect and turn it to actual give them a little map, but.
Okay, so you have to get within position to fight.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to approach. The arms are used to attack. The legs dodge. How are the mechanics going to work so that happens? Because everyone's rolling a specific thing.
Yes. What do you mean? How is that?
So would it be like if the legs fuck up, everyone else is still doing their thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the legs aren't dodging or moving in this case?
So I think if you're just sitting there fighting the kaiju and the legs don't move, you take damage.
Okay.
You can still hit, but you take damage.
Okay, so the arms aren't defending, really.
Well, if they choose to defend.
Okay.
It's like, you can do one or the other.
Okay.
I think every third turn, a kaiju will shoot a Mega Blast or something. And that's like you gotta dodge or defend thing.
Yes.
You can try to kill him before that happens, but that's a risky maneuver,
Yes.
is what I'm thinking.
Okay, I like that. So the head looks and determines, like, what are we gonna do?
Mm-hmm. They're the only one who can see pace, which they can.
Yep.
They can say, ramp it up. We'll give them 3 terms. Ramp it up, cool down, or that. And they can specifically say like I like the idea. So like I rolled a 6. If they're rolling a d4, you roll 3. Chances are he'll get 1, 2, or 3. There's a 50-50 shot. So I'll say ramp it up. 3's far away. He gets a 4. If they have ability to -1, they say like, can you cool it down?
Here's kind of my counterpoint though. That does kind of take away the agency from the other body parts.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the head might say like, no, stop. And they're like, no, I can do it. I like that kind of like that kind of roleplay aspect to that. So maybe everyone should be able to see the role.
What's the head do then? Or is the head not playable?
No, the head's playable. The head is the person who's setting the pace, and they're making tactical decisions.
But making a tactical decision, you're no longer giving them anything to do.
Yeah.
They no longer have a role.
Let's think about that. Because like I said, I do like the idea of someone saying like, no, we can do this. Or like the person saying, no, keep going, and them saying, no, we're gonna stop.
How about when they roll a d20, there's... We'll split up into 4 bits. If it's a 1 through 5, they will say, slow and steady. And everyone will know we're shooting for 1 through 5. The first person rolls, and you dictate to them, which without saying it, basically how close you get. If it's 3, I rolled a 3, and then and you go, you're right on. Everyone knows it's a 3. That's fine. I think that's fine. And then if they get a 2, you'd be like, so close. But you can't say, you're only 1 off.
Okay.
I just like the idea.
Can say numbers.
The person
the head can't say numbers.
Yeah, the head can't say numbers. Basically, that's the crux of it.
Okay.
They're the one running at all the robot.
Let's try it out. You want to be you want to be the head?
Okay. And you
I'll
can
be like
the legs.
I'll be legs.
So
I'll roll d4 or d6.
All right, and should we do it so that you can add 1 to your ability?
Yes.
Real quick, let's say.
So I'm
the 1 through 5, slow and steady. 6 through 10. Keep calm. I'm just coming up with stuff real quick. 11 through 15. Pick it up. 16 through 19. Ramp it up. 20. Or sorry.
20
is all out.
Okay.
So I'll roll.
Okay.
All out.
Alright, we can do this. 2. That's 5 total. 11 total. 17 total.
Now I'm tense because I don't know if you're gonna be able to hit the 20 or not. Yeah.
What do you think?
It's all out. Go for it, Captain.
I got a 3. We did it.
You're overdriving.
Yes, I like that.
I think having some basic stuff for that works. Is the captain cannot say numbers every time about the thing.
Yeah.
Let's try it when I don't get a 20.
Okay.
Slow and steady.
Okay. I got a 5.
Oh no. But they gotta say something. We have to have a thing of when they go over. Just a quick saying. I don't know what it is.
Like,
cool down.
what are you doing? They don't have that. There doesn't have to be a saying. Like,
Yeah,
they can just, like, that's, like...
Settle down.
Settle down. You're way out of sync. Stuff like that.
You're out of sync. That's good.
Yeah.
Because it's all about syncing up with...
God, I love this game already.
So I think that works.
Yeah.
I think... I like the idea that the captain's kind of giving advice. The captain they will know because they can see when the kaiju's attacking too. Because it's gonna be like, I think we might just have them roll a d4 or something, and whenever it hits 4 that turn they're attacking.
Yes.
Doing their mega attack, and they'll just go. We need to dodge or defend.
Yeah.
I have a bet. Kaiju. The captain should know the health of the kaiju.
Yes.
But no one else should.
Yeah, and maybe like what the kaiju does is done on a random d4 too. Mm-hmm. Like 3 is it's going to attack, 4 is it's going to run, something like that.
I think 1 is it's a mega attack, 2 is a normal attack, 3 is a
normal attack.
Yeah,
like
2 and 3
2 normal attacks,
and then 4 is they're gonna try to get out of the way.
Yeah,
not run away completely. I think it's like a dodge. They're gonna move to the right, so you have to move. You have to have a successful movement and attack to hit on that round.
Yeah. Okay.
So that'll be very simple. That works. What do the legs do? The legs are normally working on. So I think if the legs have a successful movement.
Yeah.
When they're getting attacked.
You can dodge.
One leg's a half damage. 2 legs is a dodge.
Yes.
For now, that works fine. If they're in sync, they add force to the hit. And I think every person in sync will do bonus damage. Something. You think that works well?
Yes, we have to have something like this is what happens when you're all in sync.
Yeah. I mean, I think I think we just let them have a chart for that. That's like for fun. Like I really like rolling on like a crit fail chart. I think there should also be we'll have a sync chart.
Yeah. I
think we'll just have a bunch of charts. They'll make it fun. It's easy to do.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to ignore you. I was just trying to tweet again.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I thought you were writing more stuff about the game, which I was looking at your screen.
No.
So that works. What is the next thing we need?
We need to determine what the kaiju are.
Yeah, I mean that's I think an easy chart and something we just want to do with that. The kaiju are just gonna be a basic
Yeah. How do we determine the health of the kaiju?
I think it is something the captain kind of just rolls up real quick.
Yeah.
Also, just we can base off a quick chart of they're to the north of you. They have 16 health. I don't think we give them much flavor, unfortunately. That's up to you guys to decide.
I think do we base the amount of damage you do based off of what the roll you have is?
Damn. So I think we have another little chart. I think there's gonna be chart heavy in the beginning.
Chart heavy.
Our last game was anti-chart, so it's fine. If you pick the what's the name of the sword Mechazord uses? I don't need to know it, but if you pick that weapon,
yeah,
it does a lot more damage. Incredibly hard to hit. It's a D20.
Yeah.
If you pick the hammer, I don't know what's another mech weapon. The fifth, you punching, you might be able to use a D6 to roll, so it's gonna be a lot easier for you to hit.
Yeah.
But it does less damage. I think we just bounce that way.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I like the idea. One person can have a shield as their weapon.
Oh yeah.
And it's a D4. It doesn't do much damage, but you can tank some kaiju blasts.
Okay, what else do we need then? What can you do in between fights?
We do a quick leveling up.
Okay.
and you can repair one thing. I don't know how the damage should exactly work now. I like the idea of each body part. Maybe we have a random roll for body parts, and
I think everyone gets something
when they get hit. I think that should be a cooperative thing, though. It's like, because you're not going back to base. You're getting into another fight immediately. This is the final stand. And what you do is you pick, we need that ion blaster better. Let's put a stabilizer on it. You make something up. And 7d20, the guys roll a d12 now. You're good to go.
Okay.
And then and our left leg got busted a little. Let's fix that up. And each thing can get hit twice before breaking. If the left leg breaks, the guy gets to choose to go to another place and help out there.
Okay, so the kaiju would attack something and would hit a specific part, and there's a roll for that.
Yeah, I think that's just another chart roll.
Okay. Okay.
We can
charts.
Try to make charts good.
Charts the game.
Charts the game. If you're gonna make a mech game, you're gonna have a lot of charts. That's all I'm saying.
I think we have what we need to put this thing together.
Yes. I'm good to start the captain thing. I say we just put it all here, then format.
And then we'll format it. Because we don't necessarily need to actually format things on stream like we did last time. I feel like there's a lot of dead air.
That was the most boring part. We do, I think, want to get everything onto the paper on stream. Formatting's obviously the most boring thing in the world.
Yeah.
Let's get all the data down.
Let's put it...
The first 2 hours went pretty well for this, so we got an hour to run into bumps.
Yeah.
So I want to do the captain part first, I think, is the captain's rules. Let's hit that.
The captain's rules.
So...
Okay.
We'll explain the bidding system to get... I think that's next.
Why don't we just make a list of things that we need to explain in order? So step 1 is creating your backstory.
Yep.
Creating your
pilot.
Your pilot.
What?
Create your pilot and... Yeah. Create your pilot. Step 2, rolling for...
Body part?
What?
Rolling for your body part.
No, it's rolling for your background, right?
That's creating your pilot, though. I guess we do need to explain.
Separate.
We do, yep. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then bid for body part.
I guess that's a bid, but...
Yeah. Captain rolls first kaiju. Yeah.
4 should be pick your modification.
Pick your mod.
Captain rolls first kaiju. Roll out. 7 battle. 8 heal. Or repair.
Yeah, repair and level, right?
Repair and level. Battle 2.
Roll out. No, just the second battle, right?
Yeah, you're in the same city. Another thing comes.
Battle 2.
Repair and level.
Battle 3.
Big bad.
Win or defeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
Alright, creating your pilot. I am Lieutenant Ronnie Flame. I'm a mech pilot. My mech looks like a shark. I do want a square for people to draw in their mechs. And I want to make point that like this part is a secret thing. You're dragging a piece of your old mech to this new mech.
Yes.
That's the general idea.
So we'll have to have like some kind of flavor.
Yeah, that's all flavor. That's the part I really like.
Write that, yeah.
We'll keep doing. I got 6, so I am a burnout.
Okay. You roll a d20?
Yeah, I just did.
Where is my d20?
Yeah, what's your name? You're a lieutenant. Everyone's a lieutenant.
I'm lieutenant.
You don't have to write it there, because this is mine. You can just say it out loud.
I'm Lieutenant Jack Daniels.
Okay, good.
And my mech looks like...
a Western gunslinger is what
I'm
thinking?
Yes. It looks like a Western gunslinger.
Okay.
And I am... Hold on. I am the comms person.
There you go. Now let's see who's the captain.
Okay.
The number to reach is 1.
And we're doing D4s?
Closest without going over.
1?
I got 2.
3.
Alright, so
that's
let's...
you.
No. We went over.
Oh,
Reroll. 4.
Okay. I got a 2. Wait.
1. You can keep going.
3. 4.
2.
I have 4, exactly.
I also got 4.
Shit! Okay, do it again. Okay, we
Reroll.
need a different system.
No,
20.
I think this is fine.
Okay. 3,
8,
6,
11,
7, 8,
15,
9, 10,
16,
13, 14,
17.
15, 16,
21.
17, 18, 19, 20. I'm the captain.
All right, and then I think whoever gets captain, you go around circle. What are you gonna pick the head?
I'll get a head because I didn't get to do that in our first playtest.
So you get a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Because your mech had a cowboy hat.
Yeah, I'm Lieutenant Jack Daniels.
I'm
I have
the
a cowboy
arms.
hat.